Our topic for today is operations of fractions. What is a fraction? As the word suggests, fraction is a part of a whole, meaning it is less than 1. There are types of fractions. First, we have proper fraction, where the numerator is less than the denominator. We have improper fraction, where the numerator is greater than the denominator, or the reverse of the proper fraction. And letter C, we have mixed number, which is composed of a whole number plus fractions. Improper fraction can be converted to a mixed number in the same way that a mixed number can be converted to a fraction. Example, for letter A, proper fractions, we have 3 over 4 and 9 over 11. So the numerators 3 and 9 are less than the denominators 4 and 11. Letter B, improper fractions. We have 5 over 4 and 9 over 7. So the numerator 5 and 9 are greater than the denominators 4 and 7. For letter C, mixed number, we have 1 and 2/3 and 2 and 3/4. So they are composed of the whole numbers 1 plus the fraction and 2 plus the fraction. Now convert improper fraction to mixed number. We have example 17 over 3. Simply divide 17 by 3, so you have 5. 5 times 3 equals 15. 17 minus 15 equals 2. So the answer is 5 and 2/3. Or convert a mixed number into improper fraction. So we have 3 and 4/5. So simply multiply 5 by 3 and plus the numerator 4. So you have there 3 times 5 plus 4 over 5. Or 15 plus 4 over 5. The answer is 19 over 5. Let us just have some reminders. If you multiply or divide the numerator and the denominator of a fraction by the same number, its value does not change. For example, 3 over 5. Multiply this fraction with the same number. So you have 3 times 2 over 5 times 2. So it is just equal to 6 over 10. 6 over 10 does not change the value of 3 over 5. It is just expressed into its higher term. And second example, 15 over 18. So divide with the same number. 15 divided by 3, where you have 5. And 18 divided by 3, where you have 6. So the answer is 5 over 6, which is expressed in lowest term. So let's go to the second part. Second reminder, to reduce to lowest term, divide the numerator and denominator by their greatest common factor, or the GCF, or find the greatest number that can divide both the numerator and denominator by denominator, or you have the GCD, greatest common divisor or greatest common denominator. The third reminder, write your final answer in lowest term. So we have also similar fractions. These are fractions which have the same denominators like 2 over 5, 3 over 5, and 6 over 5. Or we have the similar fractions where the denominators are different, like 2 over 3, 4 over 5, and 3 over 7. Let us now go to our exercises. So, number 1, 2 over 5 plus 4 over 5. Now, take note that they have the same denominators, so they are similar fractions. Therefore, we can just add the numerators 2 and 4. So that's why you have there 6 over 5, which is the answer. Then, number 2, 1 over 14 plus 3 over 14. So the same denominators again. So 1 plus 3 is 4 over 14. Now take note that the fractions are, the numerator and 14 are factorable. So you have their factors of 4, 2 times 2, and factors of 14, 2 times 7. Cancel the 2, so what is left is 2 over 7. So this is the answer. Now let's go to number 3. We have a mixed number 1 and 5 over 6 plus 3, 12. Change this to improper fraction by simply multiplying 6 times 1 equals 6 plus 5 equals 11 over 6 plus 3 over 12. Now, since the denominators are different, we have to change this to similar fractions using the least common denominator, which is 12. So you have there 12. 12 divided by 6 is 2 times 11 plus 12 divided by 12 is 1 times 3 equals 3. So 2 times 11 is 22 plus 3 over 12. So the answer is 25 over 12. Now let's go to number 4. 3 plus 4 plus 5 over 8. Now again, the denominators are different, so we have to use the LCD, which is 8. So 8 divided by 4 is 2 times 3. So you have there 2 times 3. And then 8 divided by 8 is 1 times 5. So you have there 5. So 2 times 3 is 6. So you have there 6 plus 5 over 8. So the answer is 11 over 8. Now let's go to number 5. We have 11 over 12 minus 5 over 12. Again, denominators are the same, so we just simply subtract 5 from 11. So you have there 11 minus 5 is equal to 6 over 12. But we can reduce this to its lowest term by dividing 6 by itself. So 6 divided by 6 equals 1. You have there. Then 12 divided by 6 is 2. So the answer is 1/2. Now let's go to number 6. Convert to improper fraction. So actually we have already done this earlier. So we have 5, 3 over 11. So multiply 11 by 5 plus 3. So you have there 5 times 11 plus 3 over 11. And 5 times 11 is 55 plus 3 over 11 is equal to 58 over 11. Now, this cannot be reduced to its lowest term, so this is now the final answer. Now, number 7, convert to mixed number. So, we have 27 over 5. Simply divide 27 by 5. So, you have 5. 5 times 5, you have 25. 27 minus 25 is 2. So your answer is 5 and 2/5. Now let's go to number 8. Multiply. Now take note that I have an asterisk here because I forgot the rule before we go to the exercises. So we have here the multiplication, which says that multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. So we will apply this one here. So example, we have 7 over 12 times 2 over 3. But take note that we can use cancellation of the two numbers 12 and 2 by using 2. So you have here 2 divided by 2 is 1, and then 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now we can proceed to multiplication. So 7 times 1 equals 7, and 6 times 3 equals 18. So that is the final answer. Now let's go to letter B. We have 3 and 4/5 times 15 over 19. So change again. 5 times 3 plus 4. So you have there 3 times 5 plus 4 over 5 times 15 over 19. Now 3.5, 3 times 5 is 15 plus 4 is 19 over 5. So you have there 19 over 5 times 15 over 19. Now take note that we can cancel both the 19s. So you have there they are being cancelled. And that take note also that 15 can be divided by 5. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. So the answer is 3. Now let's go to the division. We have 2 asterisks here. So let's go to the bottom. It says that in division, invert the divisor, then multiply. So we will apply this one in number 9. Our example for letter A is 3 over 8 divided by 4 over 5. So as the rule says, we have to invert this divisor. So 3 over 8 times, 3 over 8, and then we invert the divisor, that becomes 5 over 4. And the division sign becomes the multiplication sign. So we can now proceed to multiplication. So 3 times 5 equals 15. 8 times 4 equals 32. And we cannot reduce this answer. Letter B. We have 4 and 6 over 11 divided by 10. Change again. 11 times 4 plus 6. So you have there 4 times 11 plus 6 over 11 divided by 10. Now remember that any whole number has a denominator 1. So this can be written as 10 over 1. So we will invert that, so that becomes 1 over 10, and then the division sign becomes the multiplication sign. Now we can multiply the fractions. But take note that we can do some cancellations here. Like, we can divide 10 by 10, and we can divide 50 by 10. So 10 divided by 10 equals 1. 50 divided by 10 is 5. And then 5 times 1 equals 5. 11 times 1 equals 11. And this is now the final answer. Now let's go to number 10. I think this exercise is a little bit harder, because you have here the numerator is composed of 2 fractions, dissimilar fractions, and the denominator is composed also of dissimilar fractions. Now we will try to simplify. I will just do it slowly. for you to catch up. Okay? So, we have to change these fractions into similar fractions so we can do the operations, addition operations. So, the LCD here is 4. Now, 4, so that's why you have 4 there. 4 divided by 4 is 1 times 3, so you have there 3. 4 divided by 2 is 2 times 1 is 2, so you have 3 plus 2 over 4. Now, let's go down to the denominator. Take note that 3 and 2, we can use the LCD for this, which is 6. So we have 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 2 equals 4. And then 6 divided by 2 is 3 times 1 equals 3. So you have 4 minus 3 over 6. So we have now 5 over 4 divided by 1 over 6. Now, as the rule says invert the divisor. So we have 5 over 4 times 6 over 1. We invert the divisor. And take note that we can do some cancellation because 4 can be divided by 2, and 6 can also be divided by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now we can multiply the fractions. So 5 times 3 equals 15. 2 times 1 is 2. So your answer is 15 over 2, or 7 and 1/2. I think that's all. So I hope that you have learned something from this exercise, because I understand that fraction is the harder or the hardest part. No, problems are also difficult. So fractions and problems in arithmetic are the difficult parts in arithmetic. So I hope I have enlightened you somewhere here in these exercises. And please subscribe and share to your friends or classmates, so they will also know about this video, and try to open this and try to review the solutions, try to understand. Maybe somehow I could help them also in their problems about fractions. So, thank you.